Are you busy?
Just wrapping up a few things before I go. Wow, what's up?
Well, seeing as how this is the end of your first week back, a few of us were wondering if you wanted to go out to Teo's Tequila Bar for welcome back drinks.
Was that your idea?
It was Virginia's idea, though I might have suggested it to her at some point in the recent past.
Well, I appreciate the gesture, but I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yes. Honestly, I'd rather just have some time to myself. I was surrounded by doctors and nurses aides and relatives for the last few months. It was kind of exhausting.
I understand. If you change your mind and want to be surrounded by friends, just let me know.
Stuffy.
Yes?
I know you're trying to be nice, but do you know what happened in Mississippi? I don't think I told you. Do you know what happened?
Your mom died, and you stayed to look after your father.
And then he died.
Oh, my God. No, I didn't know about that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and because I was the only member of the family that stuck around to take care of Daddy after Mama's funeral, I got to arrange his funeral all by myself.
That's terrible, Wilhelmina. I'm so sorry.
And more than half of the family couldn't make it back for Daddy's funeral so soon, so there was almost no one at his funeral. The funeral director's sons had to be the pallbearers.
That's so sad. How awful.
And one of the pallbearers farted while they were carrying Daddy's casket, which made one of the other ones laugh, which caused him to lose his grip, which caused half of them to drop the casket.
That's the most awful thing I've ever heard. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
And when the casket hit the ground, it popped open and Daddy rolled out, and because the grave was downhill from where the hearse had been parked, Daddy rolled all the way down into his own grave.
Oh, I can't imagine how upsetting that must have been. No one should ever have to go through something like that. I'm so sorry.
And because Daddy was covered in dirt from rolling into his own grave?
I really thought that was the end.
My sister, who as luck would have it, was one of the few people to make it back for Daddy's funeral, refused to allow him to be laid to rest in that condition. So we sent him back to the funeral home to be cleaned up, and 2 days later we had to do the whole funeral over again. By which time half the people who had shown up the first time had left because they could only make it back to town for 1 day. So when Daddy was finally laid to rest, there were only 4 of us there, plus the minister, plus the pallbearers and other people from the funeral home and the cemetery, but they stood off to the side. So, anyway.
Right. I don't even know what to say.
You don't need to say anything, Stuffy. My point is, it's been a rough few months. And to be honest, yes, it would be nice after all that to go out with my friends. But I don't have friends. Not here, anyway. My friends are in Virginia and Mississippi, and hell, there are even a few left in Colorado. But in Hagerstown, all I have in Hagerstown are employees and ex-boyfriends, and I don't really feel like spending my free time with either. No offense.
None taken. And none taken.
Why'd you say it twice?
You said employees and ex-boyfriends, and I'm both, so I was saying it once for each. It was...
I get it now. Is there anything else?
No. Okay. See you Monday.
You got it.
All right, baby, you got a deal. We are on your case. What? No, we do not offer a money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied, and I can give you 2 very good reasons for that. 1, why would I ever give back your money once I got it? That's just ludicrous, baby. And 2, you might not be satisfied. What if I find out your wife really is cheating on you? That gonna make you satisfied? Oh. Okay, then. I don't judge, baby, whatever you're into. In that case, I hope I do find out she's fucking around. Now let me off the phone so I can get to work. Right. I'll be in touch, baby. Oh yeah, we just got hired by a certain local big shot. He's the proprietor of a certain popular Mexican restaurant that certain members of this company have patronized from time to time. The first word in the name of said restaurant is enchiladas, but that's all I'll say.
Can you just tell us who the client is? We all work here. We all need to know.
It's Marcus Wrightson, the owner of Enchiladas Del Fuego, baby.
Well done. That bastard is loaded.
I know, right? Thank God for rich people with shitty marriages. Ka-ching!
That's really good news, because Margot Shirley just fired us.
What? When did this shit happen?
I got an email from her while you were on the phone just now. She said she would no longer be needing our services and that her next check will be her last.
Well, then she didn't fire us, baby. She took us off the case.
That's how private investigators get fired. Their clients take them off their case.
I like the way I say it better. Which one was Margot Shirley?
She hired you to find out if her son is selling drugs.
Still doesn't ring a bell, baby. Why'd she say she was closing her case?
She said she wasn't satisfied with how slow your progress was. She was beginning to suspect you were dragging your feet to keep billing her, so she's taking her business to another agency. She hired us a month ago. Had you even started work on this yet?
As far as she knew I had, I'm still drawing a blank on this client. Do you remember this one, baby?
Aye, Margot Shirley, age 39, white, brown hair, about 5'6", lives in the North End, drives a black 2015 Lexus NX.
Okay. Any more?
Her son, Kyle Shirley, age 17, goes to North High, also white, also brown hair, about 5'10", hangs out at the basketball courts at Fairgrounds Park after school.
Oh, shit, now I remember. The kid who sells those bomb-ass drugs. Hold up, baby. Did you say she was taking her case to another agency? What other agency?
She didn't say, but if I had to guess, I'd say she was going to Featherworth and Associates.
Who the fuck is Featherworth and Associates?
It's a new agency. They just opened over the summer.
Why the hell would anybody leave an experienced, professional detective like me to hire some nobody who just started, baby?
Probably because they took out a full-color ad in Hub City magazine, and they've been buying ad space on every local website. See?
The best private duck in town? What is that corny shit? And who puts a clip-out coupon on an online ad?
Whatever they're doing, it's working. Our new business has been slowing down and some established clients have dropped off. Meanwhile, this agency seems to be doing quite well.
They ain't doing that well, or else they could afford to hire a graphic designer. Close that window, baby. That shit is hideous.
So what are we going to do about this?
I'll tell you what we're going to do about it. You're going to call Featherworth and Associates, pretending that I'm a new client, and set up a meeting with that duck, somewhere with a lot of people around. So when I openly threaten him, he'll be even more scared because he'll see that I don't give a fuck.
I'm not the receptionist anymore. Why don't you do it?
Because I've got to call Kyle Shirley and tell him if he don't want to get caught by the private investigator his mom just hired, his ass needs to find a new spot to sell drugs.
What about the baseball diamond at Fairgrounds Park?
That's a good idea, baby. I'll suggest that and see what he says.
It was just a suggestion. You don't have to get so triggered.
I'm not triggered. I'm emphatically rejecting your suggestion.
Suit yourself. Spend your life in an echo chamber.
I'm not letting you use my webcam to take part in a live stream with a bunch of rape apologists whining about how Brie Larson doesn't smile enough in the Captain Marvel trailer.
We aren't rape apologists. We are anti-feminists.
Is there an echo in here?
And you don't know we're going to spend 4 hours whining about Brie Larson not smiling enough in the Captain Marvel trailer. It hasn't happened yet.
The title is a live stream about how Brie Larson doesn't smile enough in the Captain Marvel trailer.
But who's to say where the conversation can go from there?
My mind is just swimming with possibilities. The answer is no. That's final.
But I already confirmed that I would be there. If I'm not there, who will be the 10th participant?
That doesn't sound like an MP. That sounds like an RAP, rape apologist problem. If it means that much to you, just do it on your phone.
Fine.
And close the door. I don't want to hear that shit.
What a charming young man.
I heard that.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh. I know.
Big plans this evening, I take it? A night at the symphony? Attending a fundraiser to benefit wretched, impoverished humans? Or, oh, I know, watching that documentary about He-Man on Netflix.
The Power of Grayskull. And I watched it last week. And yes, I'm also watching it tonight. There.
What are you doing?
Just had to take care of something real quick. Anyway, how about you? Anything going on tonight?
No, just a quiet night in reading.
What are you reading?
At Wednesday night service, our pastor recommended that we renew our faith by re-immersing ourselves in Scripture. So all this week, I've been reading The Way of Husko.
What's that, like the Husky Bible?
No, it's The Way of Husko. The Husky Bible is the Husky Bible. The Way of Husko is a collection of writings from the greatest first-generation Husky prophets. It complements the teachings of the Husky Bible and guides our interpretation of them.
Oh, so it's like the Hadith, or the Talmud.
Yes, except those books are heretical and false, and ours are holy and true.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Stuffy, how was work?
Fine.
You okay? Come in and have a seat. Scoot over, Millicent.
Also, welcome home, Stuffy.
Thanks.
What's wrong?
It's Wilhelmina. We talked today for the first time since she came back to work, and it turns out she had a really horrible time while she was away, even worse than I thought it was. She seemed so sad, and there was nothing I could say or do to help her.
Well, that sucks. You asshole.
What?
I'll feel this one, Stuffy. Problem, Geoffrey?
You changed the Wi-Fi password.
I did.
You did?
I'll email it to you.
You knew I had a live stream tonight, and you deliberately changed the Wi-Fi password just to screw with me.
That might be how you see it. I see it as me exercising my right as a private citizen to determine who gets to make use of internet access that I pay for and for what purpose.
And it's just a coincidence that in this case, your exercise of your rights blocks me from taking part in my live stream.
Don't think of it as being blocked. Think of it as being deplatformed from the Information Super Steve way, which, as you know, is the name of our Wi-Fi network. And look, I'm not stopping you from using the internet. I'm just stopping you from using my access to the internet. If it's that important to you to take part in this public meeting of the He-Man Woman Haters Club, use your phone's mobile network.
Coverage in this town sucks. Trying to live stream that way from here would be a nightmare.
Do you hear that sound? It's definitely a P of some sort. Doesn't sound like an MP. It sounds more like...
Can you please check your email and give me the new Wi-Fi password?
Well, technically Steve does pay the internet bill, so if he doesn't want you to use our Wi-Fi for that, I think I need to respect that.
This is unacceptable.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but it is what it is.
Are you just going to let people walk all over you?
What?
This guy, that female cat who stole your job.
Wilhelmina didn't steal my job. I was filling in for her.
You were doing her job, probably better than she ever did, and now she waltzes back in and takes it away. I heard what you were saying about how sad she is. If I were you, I'd tell your board of directors or whatever that she's mentally ill and that you should take over permanently.
Just go to your room.
Don't talk to me like I'm a child. What about
We'll talk about it later.
Fine.
He's grown up into such a wonderful person. You must be so proud.
Are you being sarcastic again?
Silence!
I'll tell him to drive down the block to Pete's. They have free Wi-Fi. He can park out front and do his live stream from there.
Or you could get on his ass about the fucking atrocious company he keeps. I mean, Jesus Christ, how much do you want to bet a few of those MRA dipshits he wants to stream with tonight are also regular visitors at the Daily Stormer?
Jumping on him about it won't fix anything.
First, he's whining about how the girls in movies and video games aren't as sexy as they used to be, and then, before you know it, he's retweeting articles about how diversity is a threat to Western civilization written by white supremacists, which makes even less sense than it usually does, seeing as how he's an aquatic mammal.
Look, I know, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. Joff was always kind of an angry kid, but when I knew him before, he had this other side that was sweet and hopeful. I keep waiting for that side to show itself.
What's the Husky Bible say about situations like this?
Nothing. However, the Way of Husko recommends that all digging privileges be withheld until the offensive behavior has been corrected.
Because it's for Huskies?
Yes.
No, baby. What about him? Is that him over there? Who? That duck over there. I don't know, baby. Why the hell did Squirrel tell that duck detective to meet us here anyway? You asked her to set the meeting for a public place, did you not? Yeah, but it didn't have to be at the park right next to the fucking duck pond. Look at all these ducks. How am I supposed to tell if one of them's the duck I'm supposed to meet? They all look the same. You can't tell ducks apart from one another? No, I can. I just need to get to know them first. I'm saying they all look the same when the unfamiliar duck's being viewed at a distance. That still sounds... Alright, I know what you're thinking, pretty bad. I didn't mean it that way. Tell me again why I have to be here. Because I am paying you for your acting services, baby. This I know, and I appreciate it. But why could you not have been accompanied by one of your actual partners in your private investigation agency? Because I might need Jack or Squirrel to follow this guy at some point, and they'll have less of a chance of getting made if he's never seen them with me. But I still need a backup, just in case he shows up with backup and things go up the left. What does this mean, up the left? I must have picked that up from Jack. It means that things go pear-shaped. What does... If it all goes wrong, baby. If someone pops off and we end up in a fight, I want to make sure I got someone to watch my back. You brought me along as muscle? Yeah, I guess. You okay with that, baby? Yeah, it will be fine. I have been in many scrapes. I must get into character. One moment. I'm a bruiser. I'm a bruiser. I'm a bruiser.
Excuse me.
Here we go, baby.
Would you be Mr. Shartwhistle?
Yes, I would be. Celerio Shartwhistle at your service. Hop on up and take a seat, baby.
Thank you.
This is my cousin, Tony Shartwhistle. He was attending a Krav Maga class not far from here and decided to join me by the pond on this lovely day. Right, baby? We didn't agree to that backstory. Maybe I won't agree to pay you then. Yeah, Tony Shartwhistle, Krav Maga student and appreciator of large artificial ponds. That is me.
A pleasure to meet you. Now, Mr. Shartwhistle, I must ask you to briefly summarize only the most pertinent points of your case. Unfortunately, I don't have much time to talk with you today. The private eye business is booming, and I am a very busy duck.
Of course, baby.
And go.
It's like this, baby. My husband has been coming home late, and I think he's running around on my ass.
I see. Your husband.
Yeah, I'm a dude, and I married another dude. Is that gonna be a problem? You ain't prejudiced, are you, baby?
Not at all, sir. Not at all. So you want to hire me to confirm or refute your notion that your husband is being unfaithful? Not exactly the challenge a born sleuth like me prefers to take on, but I do have bills to pay, so I'll take the case.
Nice. Thank you, baby.
One last question. Why did you insist on a face-to-face meeting when we could have discussed this over the phone?
I just like to look people in the eye when we're gonna do business together. That's all, baby.
I'm exactly the same way.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, I know you're Toby Benson, right?
Sure I know you know. Just out of curiosity, what gave it away, baby?
For one thing, when your associate called my office to set up this appointment, the caller ID said, Toby Benson Investigations, baby. For another, I've been standing right over there for like 10 minutes. I heard everything the two of you were saying to each other, including the fact that you can't tell ducks apart.
Oh, don't worry, baby. I got you marked now. I'll know you the next time I see you.
I'll keep that in mind should our paths ever cross again.
I will too, baby.
If you're planning on feeding the ducks, be careful. They'll snap at you.
I'll remember that, baby. So, what is your assessment of your rival investigator? Oh, he's good, baby. It's a shame I have to kill him.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. Hope you liked this episode. And now, to tell you about how you can help us out, here's Prospector Jones.
Howdy.
Hey, actually, Prospector, before you get into the pitch, I just want to apologize to you because you weren't in last week's episode, and in this week's episode, you're only in this bit, so I hope you don't feel left out.
Oh, good Lord, no, son. Don't you worry about me. I don't need to be in every video. I'll be just fine. I've got plenty to keep me busy.
That's good to hear. Like what?
Huh?
What sort of things do you have to keep you busy?
Well, let's see. I've got my Cormac McCarthy book club.
That's cool.
Of course, we read all his books. Haven't had a meeting in over 10 years.
That's too bad. Oh, but hey, doesn't Cormac McCarthy have a new book coming out sometime soon? You can have another meeting of your book club when it gets published.
I reckon we could. Of course, most of us are dead.
Can you just do the thing?
You got it. Hey there. We hope you liked this video. If you did, please click like and share the video and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to help us make more videos, consider supporting us with a monthly donation through Patreon. Just go to www.patreon.com/Steve Shives to become a patron.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
Do you have anyone else? Any kids?
Why, sure I've got kids. Prairie dogs as handsome as me don't get to be my age without having a few kids. That's just a joke now. I've known many prairie dogs way better looking than me who never had any kids. It's a personal choice. Looks has nothing to do with it.
Well said. So how many kids do you have?
Do you mean in total or just the one that didn't get ate by snakes?